Well, hi everybody. As you can see, little Miss Maya has her rat in her mouth. I didn't start it with her actually taking the rat because I wasn't going to do a video with her. But why I decided to was because Maya has generally been a snake that eats every 14 days, and that seems to have been her routine, and I have often offered her a rat in between and she has just not been interested in it. So I kind of stuck to that 14-day routine with her because that's what she was telling me. But just of late I've noticed that just doesn't seem to be enough for Maya. Well, as in, she's having an extra large wiener, but it seemed that, within sort of 7 days, she was looking at me like she was hungry all over again. So what I've decided to do is, rather than continuing to give her an extra large wiener, and wait that 14 days, because really, for a little girl like this, an extra large wiener is certainly well and truly big enough. But I've decided that, okay girl, you're hungry and I understand. What I'm doing now is I'm going to give her a wiener, and like a large wiener, not an extra large, just a large wiener. And I'm going to feed her every 7 days until she tells me, okay, I'm okay now. I don't need to be fed 7 days. She may go to that 10 days. But don't be afraid to think to yourself, no, this is the feeding routine. This is your feeding routine, and this is how you get fed. Every 7 days or every 10 days or 14 days. If your snake is telling you something else, then change it to suit your snake. Sometimes we're hungrier some days than we are the next day. And I know that isn't like with a snake, that you feed them and then the next day they're saying, well, I'm hungry, feed me again. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, if you've had a schedule where your snake has been eating every 10 days, but after 5-6 days you're noticing that they're looking at you like they're hungry, acting like they're hungry, then feed them on that 7th day. I'm not saying feed them on the 5th day, but start feeding them weekly. They know themselves better than what we will. And I think that it's important that you adjust to them rather than wanting them to go with how you want to feed them. And I know so many people do. They might have 20 snakes and they all get fed on exactly the same day because it's easier to do it that way. Of course, there will be snakes there that aren't interested in eating on that particular day and don't get fed. I would hope then, they're not left another 2 weeks or whatever before they're offered another feed. I hope it's marked and, okay, I'll get back to you in a week instead of 2 weeks. I think, that would be leaving them way too long. I don't know if Miss Maya's going to actually move. Or she's saying, I'm not going to move until you actually close that door in case you might take it back off me, Mum. So I'll just move back a little bit and see if she'll chill. And there you go. She's doesn't. She's sort of got it fair on the head, so she's oh no, she's gonna let go. No, she just had it by its foot a bit. So yeah, so you know, I just wanted to pick up the camera and specifically because it is Maya, and it is what I'm doing with Maya at the moment, is just giving her that smaller weaner every 7 days rather than that big weaner every 14 days. She is hungry, and she would have told me in no uncertain terms that she didn't want it. She just wouldn't bother with it. She'd give it a lick and then she would just move away from it and say, no, I don't want it. And Maya has done that to me when I have offered it to her on the 10th day, thinking, you know, let's do this every 10 days, Maya. 14 days is a long time. She just refused, but now she's telling me, no, 7 days is pretty good, but she isn't getting that extra large wiener. I don't need a big fat spotted python at all. That's what you've got to think about, and that's why you would, you know, offer them a smaller feeder. And I've said that before, a smaller feeder more often is okay to do, but a larger feeder more often, no, not at all. You will end up with a pretty big fat snake doing that, I tell you. So not a very long video, guys. Okay, she's going to position it now. Aren't they clever? Very clever. I mean, I'm glad I don't have to eat like this, but I guess if I was a snake, yeah, okay, cool, but there you go, she's just going to eat it down now. So yeah, I just thought, well, seeing as it fits a scenario that I often do with each of my snakes, should that case be the case, and they make a decision that they're hungry and I decide to feed them, and yet I know, you know, it's not within what was ordinary, their time frame for feeding, so but she should be pretty right now and get a little bit of that in her belly and feel a little bit better, and of course in 7 days I will offer her another small wiener. It's not small, it's a decent sized wiener, but compared to the extra large, it's small. So guys, take care of yourself, your family, and your snakes. If they're hungry, give them something to eat. Just not such a big thing to eat. Okay. Ciao.